All right, as promised, I'm gonna be at my pre-op. We're gonna do 4 back-to-back episodes. Probably gonna cover the entire array of Chapter 6, which is going to be Seeking Love.
I'm here too.
Seeking Love, and of course my sidekick. You see his hand waving at the camera. And that's sidekick is here as well with the music. We're going to start off with a flashback poem. I was, I'd say around 3 this time. My sister was around 2, and we were going to a fireworks display. And we got settled up. We got found us a spot and sat down, got comfortable, and we were eating our funnel cakes and our drinks and stuff. We were getting ready to have a good time and enjoy our good fireworks show. And as soon as the first firework went up into the air, and boom! My sister went ballistic. Started crying, started screaming, started hollering, "The sky is falling! The sky is falling! The sky is falling!" And I'm sitting there trying to enjoy my show because the fireworks go boom and boom. That's going, ah, ooh, ee, yeah, ah, ooh. And she's screaming, ah, ah. She's screaming, "The sky is falling."
That's when you just think upside the head.
Shut up! She wouldn't stop. My mom and dad kept trying to calm her ass down, and she would not do so. So we had to pack up and literally leave the fireworks show because she was going ballistic. "The sky is falling! Sky is falling! Ah! Ah!" I was enjoying myself, and I got pissed off. And I started crying. But I didn't want to leave. I was enjoying the show. So, years later, guess who the pyromaniac is?
Your sister?
The one that's screaming, "The sky is falling." She's a pyromaniac now. She's dangerous with fireworks. Oh yeah! Boom! Shoot them at, throw them at each other. She's the one that starts the fireworks, the bottle rocket wars. You ever had been in the bottle rocket battle?
I have.
Because she started it. She's the one that starts the bottle rocket war. She'll throw firecrackers at it. She does dangerous things with fireworks. You want to stay the hell away from her with the fireworks around her, because she is that dangerous with them. But this deal, when she was 2 years old, she was afraid of them.
I mean, that's one way to get ready for trauma, I guess.
So, as I said, I'm writing poems from the paper, and so one of them was the 4th of July rendition of the paperwork for the Poets Forum, and so I wrote the poem called "The Sky is Falling." And this is an ode to my sister, who was the
crazy.
one who was crazy.
She's still crazy.
She's still nuts. She grew into a maniac.
We're all a little crazy, though.
She's a drama queen, to tell you the truth. Both of them are, actually.
We love her to death, though.
We love them to death, but they're drama queens. But here it is. The sky is falling. Excuse me. Under a lonely, silent night sky, with the stars forming their constellations, a great moon shining bright in full glory, a loving mother and young son patiently gaze in awe. Suddenly, flashes of colorful lights ignite the sky, then particles proceed, making the journey back down to earth. The young boy, in vain, cries out, "The sky is falling! The sky is falling!" "Be calm, my son," replied his smiling mother. "This is the day of jubilation and celebration." The young boy realized then everything is okay, and watches the fireworks dance in rhythm in the sky. The sky is falling.
I remember poor dogs. Doobie hated them. Poor thing.
Yeah, Doobie didn't like fireworks.
He hated them so much. We had to
My grandmother.
we had to bury him in a blanket and smoke them.
My grandmother had a dog, and we would shoot. We would take fireworks. We'd take bottle rockets, and we would pull the sticks off of them, and he would throw them off into the ground, and when it go off, it go in weird different directions. It'd go this way, it'd go this way, and go this way. It'll shoot over here. There's no telling where it would go because they didn't have no stick to guide it. And this neighbor's dog was I think he was missing a few parts of his brain. He would chase the bottle rocket down, and right before he bite it, the thing would pop. I kid you not. He'd go, yeah, pop, and he'd take off and it'd pop, and he'd go back to where the smoke was, the bottle rocket was, and he'd bark at it. So me and my cousin Greg, we enjoyed the shit out of this. We get out there and do it on purpose and throw the fireworks off in his direction. Not at him, mind you. We're not trying to hurt him. We just throw it out in his direction to where
he can see it.
Where he can see it, and then we'd take off, watch him chase it down, and then he'd go right up to it, right for it pops, and then pow, then he'd take off, then go back and start barking at it.
You know Rhonda, her dogs. One likes to fetch rocks.
Fetch rocks.
I threw a rock one time and it slid into the building, and he slid into the building with it and dented the wall.
Oh my god!
And then he got back up like, "Let's do it again! Let's do it again!" And he gave me back the rock. I'm like,
I think some of these animals, when they're puppies, they get dropped on their heads a little too much.
One time I hit him in the head with a rock by accident. He just ding. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Yeah, do it again.
Do it again.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Like I said, some of them I dropped on the head when there was a puppy.
It was a chunky rock too, about that big of a rock.
I can believe it.
The thing is, his head is also about that big.
I know he's got a
big ass jaw.
That's probably why. But anyway, and as I said, I love going on walks in the woods and stuff. And here lately, I just hadn't had a chance to do it. And
you could hear the rock hit though. He's like, thunk! And he looked at you with his little dumb face.
And sometimes when my Greg and Marcia and Sherry and Amy were busy doing something else, I'd go by myself out in the woods, and I would just wonder what it would be like to have someone with me, walking through the woods with me, enjoying nature with me, by the lake, by the river.
That is me.
Just something, And so went on one of my walks. I had my headphones on. I was walking, and this poem came to mind. And what would it be like to have someone have a companion with me and enjoying the peace as well, And so I came up with this poem here called "The Heartbeat of Pure Love." And I failed to mention at the onset here, we're starting chapter 6, by the way. Starting chapter 6, which is going to be called Seeking Love. And we're getting closer to the point where I'm getting ready to meet my second wife. And eventually we met my second wife, and eventually the birth of the twins.
Before you start the poem, though, I remember that time when you and me were hiking together and you almost fell and hurt yourself?
Yeah, we was walking across a break in the trail,
and you stepped into like a pothole or something.
There was a pothole covered by leaves, and I stepped right into it. And
it's basically a foot deep pitbull trap.
It was about a foot deep. I tripped and stumbled. And
it's like 11.5 inches, I believe.
The earth shook a little bit. I think that makes about 5.0.
A few cuss birds were slung out in the forest.
Cuss birds were shattered. The birds kind of flew off because they just scared.
I got worried and then laughed.
And he was worried and then he chuckled, and I almost threw him in the lake because he laughed at me. But it is what it is.
Yeah. I know that one time we were fishing, we saw those two eagles fighting, the bald eagles.
Yeah, we saw two bald eagles fight with each other. They was flying through the trees and the treetops.
Yeah, we barely saw it. There was two female eagles fighting over a nest or something.
Yeah, I think it was a fish or something.
They were fighting over something. I think I saw a fish in one of the talons of one of them. I think they were fighting. I just know they were angry about something. They were fighting over it.
I think they were fighting over fish. But anyway, here's Heartbeat of Pure Love. He walks firmly, quietly, and alone, in the pouring rain or in the dew of the early morn, or along a long, narrow trail, searching, hunting, seeking a love that would be true, a love so special the bond cannot be broken. A feeling long overdue, for it's been many moons since last he felt it. The feeling of holding a companion close to him and listening to her heartbeat, listening to her love for him, a dream, a fantasy of a heartbeat that's pure. But yet, there he goes. You can see him under the shining light of the pale moonlight, walking firmly, quietly, and alone in the pouring rain or the dews of the morn or along a lonesome, narrow trail. Kind of sad, but that's how I felt.
But now you have your son to go hikes with. If you have the stamina to.
Now I got this thing to hiking with me, and it chases all the girls off. And there's a cute guy. What the hell is that? Oh shit!
Hi, pretty
Just put it
lady.
the other way.
You want to take my dad?
Brings us to our next one. Excuse me, by the way. Brings us to our next poem coming up. In the Bible, you have the Ten Commandments. You have thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not have any idols above me, shall not to lust after your neighbor's stuff, lust after your neighbor's wife.
So not covet your neighbor's possessions.
Covet that's what it is. Covet your neighbor's possessions. Any gold idols before me.
So that's the other stuff.
In the Ten Commandments, they have become
law.
It's not just
It's not just religion.
It's not a religious concept anymore.
It's just
And
how you should act.
And all these people complaining and fussing about the Ten Commandments being on the capitals of buildings and stuff. It's not anything.
It's not there for religion anymore. It's there for law.
It's not a Christianity emblem anymore. It's a general guideline, a general set of rules that every government uses now.
Yeah. There's two squirrels grooming each other.
Mm-hmm. I can't see it.
They're just chilling, grooming each other on top of the big tree stumps.
But anyway, it's a general set of rules. And the U.S. government, Russian government, Chinese government, you're not allowed to kill. You're not allowed to steal. You're not allowed to go after your neighbor's wife. You're not allowed to steal
their stuff.
Steal their stuff. You're not allowed to do this.
You're not allowed to.
It's a general.
Someone else's wife.
Yeah, exactly. It has become a general set of rules now. So it's not just associated with Christianity anymore. It's associated with government law, state
if you
law.
want order and
district
peace,
laws.
If you want order and peace, you have the Ten Commandments in your law.
You get the Ten Commandments in your law. It's intertwined in every government. So that cry and that fuss and that bitch about
it's pointless.
That bitch about the Ten Commandments being on government property or state property is pointless. Is
not needed.
It's not needed. It's not justified.
And all the fuss about the statues and stuff.
And the statues and stuff.
It's history. Leave it alone.
It's history. And the statues and the monuments are all about history. It's like the statues and monuments.
They're not there to be praised. They're there to be remembered.
They're not there to be praised. They're not there to be worshipped. History. They're there to show
so you remember.
So you remember. And all this
like the statues of the slaves and stuff, it's there for you so you remember your past. Yeah. So you don't repeat it.
Exactly. And so all this wanting to cancel this and cancel that.
Basically, it shows our sacrifices we did in the past.
It's really not necessary. It's really shooting water into a bucket that's full of holes. That's what it is. And that's basically what the Ten Commandments is here. It's not it's not just biblical anymore. It's not just religious. It's not a religious concept anymore. It's not just a a Christian concept and what's a general set of rules that every nation on the face of this planet follows. And with that being said, I made up my own commandments. Of course, my commandments are called the commandments of love. And if you think about it, when you hear the commandments of it, it's not really a poem necessarily. It's a general guideline on how to love somebody. And I sat down, I put this together very carefully, and with great prejudice to make sure everything was set in the right area. But basically, this is what the commandments of love is. It's a guideline to how to treat and appreciate and love somebody.
It's how you love someone.
Exactly. So when you go to like I said, the same thing with the Ten Commandments, a general set of rules. This is basically just another general set of rules that I implemented, and I think in a strong sense they make sense, and it proves it shows a genuine care about how someone should feel about somebody else. So with that being said, we're going to do the commandments of love. There's a few of them. And here they go, the commandments of love. The first commandment: a pretty face should not go without a smile, and beauty should not go unnoticed. The second commandment: a distant dream should not be forgotten, and a fantasy should not be overlooked. The third commandment: failure should not get in the way of success, but success should not go to your head. The fourth: love should grow from hate, therefore hate should not keep love away. The fifth: a heart should not be broken, and love should not be lost. The sixth: a young romantic should not be alone, but should wait for the right moment, instead of taking whatever comes their way. And finally, the seventh, we only got 7 of them: the true meaning of love should not be forgotten and lost forever, and hate should not rule with anger. Now, I'm going to go back through here and explain what these commandments mean. A pretty face should not go without the smile, and beauty should not go unnoticed. In other words,
don't be depressed all the time.
Don't be depressed all the time.
Love yourself. Love
yourself. Love who you are.
I know life is hard, but
everybody is beautiful in their own way. But if your beauty is only skin deep, then that's as far as it goes. You have to be beautiful in the inside and on the outside. You have to be beautiful both inside and out.
You need to take care of yourself.
You need to take care of yourself and be with a
significant other that appreciates you.
With a character that says, I'm approachable, I'm nice, and I'll treat you right. The distant dream should not be forgotten, the fantasy should not be overlooked. When someone dreams, they're dreaming of meeting something. And when they have their fantasy, that fantasy coincides with what they're dreaming about. It means they want something so bad that they begin to fantasize about it. And so eventually some people find their dreams and they realize this was their fantasy to begin with. And they grab a hold of them, they don't let go. But some people they see it, they know it's there, but they don't take the necessary actions to go after what they want, what they needed to fulfill that fantasy. And that's why the fantasy was forgotten, and that's why the fantasy was overlooked, because the dream was forgotten. And I've done that. I've had several instances where, like one girl, a blonde girl, when I was in the senior in a high school basketball team. We were sitting on the bleachers and we were talking. She was a beautiful woman. She's a beautiful girl, and I didn't hear what she said. We were sitting there, and she said, "Let's go sit over here with the group, with the others." And what I heard was, "I'm going to go sit over here with them for a little bit." And I was like, "Okay." And that's what I heard. But what she really said, after I think about it, she said, "Let's go sit over here." Because she kept looking over at me, wondering why I didn't move. And if I'd have hooked up with her, it may have been a different situation than what I ended up with. Of course, what I ended up with, she taught me a lot about sexual prowess, about the opposite sex. But of course, with her, I might have learned. I might have found out some things. We might have hooked up. I might have learned the same amount of stuff with her as I did with the other. But due to the fact I didn't
Misheard.
I misheard what she said, it never materialized.
Which happens. I've made the same mistakes before.
Yeah.
It sucks.
It does suck, and it is what it is. But then go back and change it, and that's why you can't. That's why you have to stay on top of things.
Kind of could climb that tree.
When you fail at something, don't let it stop you. You can fail at something 100 times, but if you keep hitting at it, if you keep hitting with it, and keep fighting at it, eventually you're going to succeed. But if you fail,
It's called persistence.
It's called persistence. But if you fail and you just give up, you never know if you would have
That's a
succeeded.
failure.
That's a failure.
A winner fails, and wins.
Exactly.
They keep going till they win.
The love should grow from hate.
That's why our soldiers are strong. Because at first they fail, and then they succeed.
Reason, and the other one, the love should grow from hate, and hate should not keep love away. That was a hard one to kind of.
That's why the drill sergeants are there.
Okay, I'm talking about. We're on to the next one now. The love should grow from hate. The love and hate should not.
For no example of those, that's why the drill sergeants they're there to let you know that you failed, but that they also let you know that you can keep going.
Exactly. But the love hate thing. When you hate something or you don't like something, you don't have a justification as to why. Then you must see and understand the reason why you hate something. If there's no justification as to why you hate it, then you stop hating it and begin to appreciate it.
I think most of the internet needs to think about that.
Yeah, then you begin to appreciate it. Therefore, hate should not keep love away. Because as long as you despise something and you ignore something that could be potentially good, then you'll never know that it was good for you. So hate should not keep love away. Yeah, like a friend or someone of the opposite sex. Just because this person's different doesn't mean they can't love you. Just because this person's a different color doesn't mean they can't love you. Just because this person has a different type of religion or something doesn't mean they can't love you. There are people out there that are Muslim and Christians that are married.
They don't give a shit.
There are people out there that are atheist and Christian and they're
I have
married.
atheist friends. I have gay friends.
It doesn't matter.
Care.
Doesn't matter what you believe. If the love is there, then hate should not keep it away.
Love is a virtue.
And broken hearts is why people are committing suicide and ended up being lonely. They let relationship failures dictate how they feel and how they live the rest of their life. They don't appreciate what anybody has. like say someone's had a broken heart broken, and a person comes along and actually treats them right.
Yeah, that's why hate and envy are sins, because they hurt you.
Yeah,
They don't give you things; they hurt you. In the end,
exactly. But you can't let love do that. I mean, you can't break someone's heart, and this person's heart just
yeah, like all the seven sins.
and be lost.
All the seven sins are sins because they hurt you.
Yeah, but you can't. The love lost is because someone got their heart broken. And when someone's heart gets broken, it needs to be able to mend. If you cannot mend it, it means it's been broken too many times. But just because it's broken, my mind's been broken 100 times.
Doesn't mean
But I'm still optimistic, and I'm still trying, and I'm still going. I'm still going forward. I'm not letting love die. Now, obviously, I got a nice wife now. I got a beautiful wife, and I love her to death.
He's a pain in the butt sometimes.
Yeah, pain in the butt sometimes. But love didn't get lost because my heart was broken.
And she found you.
And she found me, by the way.
She saw this bald head, and he's like, I want that.
Here's the main key. When a romantic should not be alone, but should wait for the right moment. And this is why the hearts get broken. Because people are so, man, I'm guilty. People are so in tune to finding love and wanting love that they took anything that came at them. They went and had sex with them, went out with them, and started a relationship with them. And the next thing you know, they got what they wanted, and they're done with them. And they get their heart broken. They go to bars. They go to the clubs. They go to here or they go to there. Instead of going and finding people in the right places, they find people in the wrong places. Just because they want to fix. Well, you can't get a fix. You're not going to find love like that. You have to find love at the library, the church. You got to look in the right places to find true love. Find loving people. Museums, art museums, the clubs, the bars, concerts and stuff. That's not a good place to pool parties. It's not a good place to find love. The people are there for sex. They're there to find sex, and they find sex, and that's what they want. They want sex. They're there to party. They're not there to find love. And so don't leave your heart out there on a platter and let someone stomp on it. I mean, wait for the right moment. Make sure this is what you want. Make sure this is the right person you're supposed to be getting with. Don't just jump at everything. True meaning of love should not be forgotten and lost forever, and hate should not rule with anger. And so that what that is learn to love each other and learn to love who the other person is. Don't let race, religion, or politics overshadow how you potentially could feel for somebody. Don't judge somebody because they believe different than you. Don't judge somebody because their skin tone is different. Don't judge somebody because they believe that they have a certain different belief system than what you do. Don't judge somebody because they want to be a certain person. Just because they want to be a certain person, that's their agenda. That's them. I'm not going to hold it against you. If you decide you want to change who you are, or be different than what you were born with, I'm not your judge. You want to get with the same person, the same sex, that's your deal. But don't hate somebody else because they don't believe in that way. Because they don't believe in that. They don't believe in the same sex marriage. They don't believe in transgenders, or they don't believe in the sex change. Don't hate somebody else because they don't believe it.
Just because they don't believe in something doesn't mean I hate it.
Exactly. Just because we don't agree with it, we don't believe with it.
Doesn't mean I hate you because you believe it.
I don't hate you because of it. So don't hate me.
We just have disagreement.
We can be best of friends. You can be a transgender. I can
be your friend.
And I can be your friend.
I don't care.
Yeah, I've got homosexuals darted throughout my family. I don't snub them when they come over to visit me. I don't snub them when I go over there to visit. I walk in with open arms. I give them a pat on the shoulder. I give them a hug.
Oh, how's up, buddy?
How you doing?
We don't care.
Just because everybody's different
doesn't mean we hate each other.
Doesn't mean we hate each other. And that's bullshit to do that to people. Do that to each other. You shouldn't be, and throwing it down someone's throat to make them believe you, to make them
It's not going to work.
It's not going to work. It's going to make me hate you worse.
That's what's happening right now.
That's what's happening right
gender
now.
politics and
Throwing it
stuff.
down, forcing it down someone's throat is just making things
That's
worse.
why we have all this hate right now.
That's why we have all the hatred right now, because everybody's
Trying to push something down our throat
trying
we
to
don't
push
want.
something down someone else's throat, and you can't do that. Learn to coincide with each other. Learn to balance nature out, and learn to appreciate each other for who each other are.
Learn to live with each other.
Learn to live with each other.
Instead of
Love
hate
each other and be friends with each other. We can be best. Back in the 70s and 80s, that's the way it was. You had homosexuals, trans, you had whites, you had blacks, all hanging out together and having a blast, having a great time. Bless you, having a great time together. And all these jokes and stuff that they were back then, they weren't offensive back then. Oh my God, you can't tell now that everybody gets offended by it. Back then, everybody learned to laugh at each other. They learned to make jokes with
Christian
each other.
jokes are funny. Gay jokes are funny.
They're funny.
It doesn't matter.
They're
It's
funny.
the jokes.
It's the jokes. Learn to laugh at each other and learn to laugh at each other. Hatred goes nowhere. Hatred just causes more hatred and
It
causes
just destroys.
It destroys. It causes dissension.
It does not build
It
anything.
causes destruction, and it causes a total meltdown in what could have been a beautiful friendship, a beautiful relationship, a great acquaintance with each other. It destroys it. It ruins it all. Okay, so that's what the commandments of love are all about. Commandments of love are about love, hate, anger, and learning to appreciate each other, and learning to wait for the right moment and the right time to find the right moment to love somebody, and get into a marriage or a friendship or relationship, and to push hate completely out of the way. Anyway, we're going to end episode 23 right there. And episode 24 is going to start off on a sad note. I'm going to tell you straight up. We're going to start off on a sad note. I'm going to take a pit stop real quick. And I'll come back and we'll start episode 24. And so I'll be right back. In the meantime, take care.
Peace.